Wow, Jen Psaki's response to high gas prices is astounding. On Monday, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki failed to answer a reporter's question on rising gas prices.
How high is the administration expecting gas prices to go? And how much, is there a limit, not a red line, but a limit at what you think the U.S. public can bear?
This just flows off the tongue. It's okay. So it's a good question. I don't have a prediction from here in terms of what it could look like. There are outside predictors, of course, and
Americans don't need to look at the data to know this is a crisis. We're all feeling it at the pump.
Obviously what we're trying to do is mitigate the impact. And you've seen, of course, the price of oil go down a little bit, and the president will continue to look at a range of steps that he can take, whether it is engaging through his team or through even himself personally with big global producers.
Uber drivers are even contemplating giving up their jobs.
Or it is looking at a range of domestic options. But we've seen it go up. I mean, we look at a lot of the same data you look at, AAA and other data, that it shows us how much it has gone up since the period of time when Russian troops lined up on the border. But in terms of how far, we still believe it will continue to go up, but we're trying to take steps we can take to mitigate that and reduce it. Go ahead.
But this is what happens when the administration is out of touch with Americans and fail to walk a mile in our shoes. Yikes. Jen Psaki loses it on a reporter who asks about oil. Gas prices are on the rise and the Biden administration just doesn't think there's anything to do about it. Members of the administration and Joe Biden have repeatedly said that prices will continue to rise. No end in sight, especially after their recent decision to stop buying oil from Russia. Instead, they plan to purchase oil from Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Venezuela. Political opponents have repeatedly stressed the need to reinstate oil production in America that Biden put an end to on his first day in office. He's repeatedly refused. Now, he's getting heat from his own side, too. Recently, even Democrat Senator Joe Manchin has urged the Biden regime to reconsider and start drilling in America rather than buying foreign oil from our enemies. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki did not like being asked about any of it. Watch her lose it on a reporter who asks a very simple question about producing our oil needs in, wait for it, America.
Go ahead.
On domestic energy,
has
the White House spoken to Senator Joe Manchin about his push to do more domestic oil and gas production? I know that Senator Manchin has been interested in the president using the DPA, the Defense Production Act, to complete that pipeline from West Virginia to Virginia, the Mountain Valley pipeline. Is the White House interested in that?
Well, we've engaged with a range of members, Democrats and Republicans, including Senator Manchin, about a range of ideas they have. That's why so many things are on the table. I would note that the use of the Defense Production Act, broadly speaking, would mean you're paying a company to do what they already have the capacity and the ability to do. We know there are 9,000 unused and approved oil leases right now that these oil companies could tap into and do more in. In terms of the building of a pipeline, that does not sound like it's an immediate solve for what we're seeing right now is an increase of cost at the gas pump.
Watch, the media deceptively edits Biden's thoughts on Putin. On Wednesday, ABC News shared a breaking video of President Joe Biden calling Vladimir Putin a war criminal.
Did you ask me whether I was called
a war criminal, sir?
Oh, I think he is a war criminal.
Will you be meeting with us?
But what they didn't show you is the full clip. Fox News' Jackie Heinrich asked Biden whether or not Putin is a war criminal. Initially, he said no. It wasn't until he ran into Heinrich again that he said definitively that Putin is a war criminal.
Mr. President, after everything we've seen, are you ready to call Putin a war criminal?
No.
Are you going to meet with us?
Thank you so much for everything that you do.
That's the point that I made.
Yeah, I agree.
Hi, boss. Mr. President, will you go to Poland?
Did you ask me whether I was called?
A war criminal, sir. Are you ready?
Oh, I think he is a war criminal.
Will you be meeting with us? Will you go to Poland? Will you go to Poland?
What's unfolding in Ukraine is a disgrace, and instead of being honest about what's taking place, the mainstream media, like ABC News, is providing cover for the Biden administration's botched foreign policy response, and the media wonders why the American people have no faith in them.